What's up, team? Lelyfant with you again. Over the past few days, just been leveling again with the new Infamy update. Been working on a sort of a sniper build. I rode some other builds pretty hard for the first 5 tiers of Infamy. I thought, you know what, I'll give the sniper build a run. You know, so I've been experimenting the last few days with different bits and pieces, and I thought I'd share with you what I thought to be one of the better builds I've come up with the sniper rifle. So I'll build it with you here. I'll try not to take too much of your time, but we'll go through it. Basically, when I look at a build and try and build something, I look at 3 things. The first thing, most importantly, I think, is survivability or damage mitigation. I think that's the most important, just because essentially if you're dead or you're always downed, you're not helping your team at all. You're just being a real burden. And secondly, that brings me into our next point. It's a team game. Payday, 9 times out of 10, unless you're trying to solo stealth. So my second point is always try and help your team. You know, you see some builds out there. I call them dick builds. Just you know, they're just looking for their damage, looking after themselves, and they end up being a bit more of a burden on the team. And thirdly, DPS. I think I put DPS last. A lot of people, you know, want to do the damage, but I think if you're surviving and you're helping out your team, that damage will always come with that. So with those things in mind, hopefully that, you know, sets a bit of context why I've chose some certain skills and bits and pieces. But we'll jump into it. Alright, so we've got the mastermind tree here that I'll move into first. So I'll jump into that one there. Mastermind, obviously. And endurance. So we want to be moving around the map quick. This is how I like to play the sniper build. I'm not going to be, you know, getting in everyone's grill straight up, trying to be a big tank. You know, be a bit nimble. I think the nimbler builds are a lot more funner to play than if you're running around like a big slug. So we'll lace out endurance, and then this one here. So we could just jump on this one here, but we want you know, you and your crew's stability with all weapons increased by 50%. I think it's a little bit handy, especially with the sniper rifles. Some of them can get some decent recoil going on. So basically what we're trying to do is just move up into these top tiers. We've got to get some trashier skills here to move up those tiers, but we can move through here. So in the interest, you know, helping out the team, I am working up to Inspire here. I think it's one of the most overpowered skills in the game, Inspire. So we'll move through here. We will be reviving a few people, you know, again. So we're helping both us out here and our teammates. And just, you know, I want to move up into these tiers here, but I really want to spend as little points as possible. So I've got to spend 1 more point to move up. I think, you know, alright, we'll get Dom and move up. And then, so we you know, none of this is really what we're gonna take with us. You know, perhaps the doctor's bags, but we're gonna spec into Enforcer and end up with dual ammo bags. Sniper rifles are really heavy on the ammo, so we're gonna make sure that we take the ammo with us. But you know, to get up here, we've got to spend another 9 points. So we've got to get those 9 points from somewhere and try and get them from the best spot. So you know what, we'll get 1 doctor's bag. We won't go 8 and get 2 more charges per bag. You know, you can place 2 doctor's bags instead of 1, and they'll give you 2 charges each. So that's 4 charges. That's 12 downs that you can reset. That should be more than enough. So we're there. Still another 5 points to get. So we'll get Cable Guy. Always comes in handy when you're trying to sort out, you know, say Hawks Breakout, second day or something like that. You can get a couple of civvies down. And special enemies marked by you take 15% more damage. I think that's a good skill. 15% damage is definitely a lot of damage. So we'll spec into there, and then we get to move up into our rifles here. This is a good one, Kilmer. The main reason why, not the main reason, but I mean, they're all good skills for our sniper build. You know, reload 25% faster. You know, sniper rifles take an eternity to reload, so that's super handy. And your weapon accuracy while moving with assault rifles, we are going to be a lot nimbler moving around, so you know that's handy. But that run and reload, taking so long to reload, you know, if you're sprinting off, get to cover, you can reload. You know, if you're sprinting, get behind cover, then reload. You know, you're just wasting a lot of time. And then up into Aspire. As I said, I think it's one of the most overpowered skills in the game. And it really helps the team out. You don't have to get out in the middle of it all to get someone up. You're not crouching there forever. You know, you can be behind walls, behind cars. You know, even on a floor above or below the downed person, revive them up. Super handy skill. Really makes life a lot easier. So that's pretty much the mastermind tree I went with. Moving off into Enforcer. Get Transporter straight off the bat. I think this is one of the better skills in the game as well. One of the must-haves for all builds. You know, you're just such a burden on your team if you've just been a big slug with the bags. So ace that one there out. Now, pretty much I want to move up into these two skills here. Because as I said, we are very ammo intensive with the sniper rifle. So, you know, if you can bring your own ammo and you're picking up more ammo, you're really helping out your team. So we've got to try and get up into these tiers, trying to spend as little points as possible. So I've gone with this one, just because you do get your damage bonus. There's nothing really here that's gonna help the team, sort of help your survivability too much. But besides this one here, which I am gonna actually sort out, your armor and recovery rate. So you know that comes survivability. You've got all these other skills here that are pretty cool, but survivability comes first. So that's why I've aced Die Hard. Also acing this one, a bit more DPS. I don't melee a lot personally. I know a few people that like to get in there beating people, but it's a sniper build. You're a lot nimbler. You're not going to be doing a lot of melee. And I've gone with the reduced camera shape, which is handy, especially when you're constantly down the scope of a sniper rifle. And I've gone the flashbangs. They can get pretty hectic on the eyes. And then we can move up with our 2 ammo bags and our fully loaded. And that pretty much, if we go into a game, we've got our ammo, we're picking up lots of ammo, we're not being a burden on our team at all. You know, if anything, we're not going to use both our ammo bags. We're contributing to the team. So not only are we contributing with ammo bags, you've got your Inspire, so you've actually been, you know, quite a decent lad. That's pretty much the Enforcer tree. Moving off into Technician. The only skill I pick up out of this tree here is just one on the Rifleman. You snap to your zoom quicker. That's it. Bit of a wasted point on the Technician, but you end up having a couple extra skill points at the end, so I've decided to drop them in Rifleman. Coming off to the Ghost tree here. Again, we're nimbler. We're going to be moving around a lot, so Sprinter is a no-brainer. Fast Hands. I consider this skill along the lines of Transporter. Just one of those skills that you got to have, so you're just not a burden on your team. Next, I've got Cleaner. 5% more damage to special enemies. So I've got that one there. Bit more DPS on those special enemies, the tasers, the shields, that kind of deal. So you've got this 5%. That'll go ahead and stack with that 15% we got out of the Mastermind tree. So that's 20% extra damage on specials that you've marked. Comes in quite handy. And the last one, in the next tree you'll see here, but I've picked up Shinobi just for that extra 25% walk speed and that 10% increased crouch speed. That's the real one, is that crouch speed. So you come into the Fuji tree. I've max aced out thick skin, get that 20 on the ballistic vests. Run and gun, moving around. Nice, you know, again, trying to be nimble, trying to be quick. And duck and cover, get that extra dodge. Damage mitigation. I believe dodge is incredibly overpowered. I don't have a lot of builds that really stack the armor. I just enjoy being able to move around the maps a lot quicker and and I think it's by far the best form of damage mitigation in the game. And with the last skill point there, I'm just going to put it on increased climbing speed. You could put that, this skill on anything. I couldn't really make up my mind on what I wanted to spend that last skill point on. I probably could have saved some points on a couple of things and picked up something else, but I chose to just stick with that. And that's pretty much my skills trees. I hope I'm not wasting too much of your time. Moving into the perk decks. As I said, I believe dodge is by far the most overpowered damage mitigation in Payday at the moment. So pretty much the two dodge kind of things I equip is either Crook or Rogue. Now I don't know how much experience you have with this. Obviously Rogue's for the suits, and Crook for the ballistic vests. Now I think Rogue comes in handy if you can get your concealment below the 35 threshold and start stacking some of that extra dodge. But with a sniper rifle, trying to get that concealment down, it just turns into a bit of a mission. You end up scrimping on different bits and pieces. You can't have, a strong secondary, and it just gets, you end up losing too much damage. So I've gone with Crook for my dodge. So you see there with the ballistic vests, and that comes back to this one here, the extra 20 with the ballistic vests, and that extra dodge there, that 15%. So you start there, you see your 10%, 10%, 15%. So that's 35% off that perk deck, which I think is it's pretty massive. And that's what I've done with my skills and my perk deck. So I'll go into the infantry, and as I said, I think survivability and damage mitigation comes first. So I'll take you through that first. So I've got the lightweight vest on. You see here, armor's 50. So you see all these, 70, but my dodge is only 15. Dodge is 20, but I've got 60. Well, you rock this one, 50, so you've only got 20 less armor, but you've got 25% dodge, as opposed to 15 extra 10% dodge. I think that's quite strong, especially when you start to duck with all of these, with duck and cover. You get that extra 15%, so you're right up at 40% dodge if you're crouching, which is, that's ridiculous with 50 armor. It's you become quite overpowered. Moving into the weapons now. They're your sniper rifles. The sniper rifle I use is the rattlesnake. I think one thing that's overlooked in a lot of builds is your total ammo versus your damage output. Obviously, the lower total ammo that your weapon starts with, the less ammo you end up picking up off the ground, the more of a burden you become on your team, constantly absorbing all the ammo, either by picking it all up or exhausting the ammo bags. So I use the rattlesnake. These guns are good in their own ways, but I stick with the rattlesnake. Pretty much the attachments here, only attachment you can go with out of the DLC. Put that one on, extra accuracy, concealment. We're building a loud sniper build. Concealment's really not an issue. So that's why when we come to this one, we lose 26 damage, we get a bit of stability, we've lost accuracy. I really don't see this as a decent payoff myself. So I've skipped out on this barrel extension. I put on the laser module, 3 stability, and I love the lasers on. Sight-wise, I've gone with the surgeon sight. You can pretty much always see far enough. There's more closer ranged shooting than there is longer range shooting. Hence why I've stayed away from the larger sights and just gone with a normal sight. And I've stayed away from the stock. Again, you lose stability and gain concealment. It's not what the sniper rifle is really there for. You're not trying to stay hidden. I'm trying to, it's a loud build. So that's my sniper rifle. that I use. And my secondary, with the new update, the RPG is a no-brainer. That's huge. The RPG, pretty overpowered gun. You bring in your ammo with you. You should be able to supply enough ammo from the pickups with that fully loaded skill, and use your ammo bags to restock. Your grenade launcher, rocket launcher, sorry. The only reason you should be using your rocket launcher really is on the dozers. You should be able to pick up every other special out there, the tasers, the cloakers, with your sniper rifle. Even the shields, you can get them 1 or 2 shots through the shield, especially if you can get it through the mesh on the front there. So you can sort everything out with your sniper rifle. It's just the dozers that you got to look out for, and the sniper rifle is the rocket launcher is the one for that. If you don't have the new overkill pack, this build gets a little bit more troublesome, but it's definitely not unviable. You pack one of the shotguns with the HE round. I was using the Judge before the rocket launcher, just with the HE rounds. That means you pop out. Once you've got rid of the dozer's visor, back to the sniper rifle, and you can one hit them. But it's just that visor you got to try and get rid of. So the HE rounds are by far the best for that. So I've just gone the HE round, the shark tooth nozzle, just get that damage up, help get rid of that visor. Gadget, as I said, I love the laser and sight. I don't have a sight on the top of it, but I mean that's much that's personal preference. And that's pretty much it. As I said, equipment wise, 9 times out of 10 you'll be taking your ammo. If you're in a team that's heavy on the ammo, you can take the doctor's bags, and as I said, you've got the 2 there. You can refresh up to 12 downs if everyone's playing right, only patching up when they're on the grey screen. It should all be pretty straightforward. And that there is my sniper build. I thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's definitely a highly satisfying build, especially on overkill, one-shotting all the green guys, one-shot headshotting all the tan guys, and being able to take down those shields in 2 shots, tasers, 2 shots. It's all pretty nice, pretty satisfying build. The rattlesnake is a nice weapon, makes a nice sound when you kick out your shell. Well, I hope you found this sniper build handy. I've really enjoyed playing it over the past few days, and I hope you do too. Thanks for watching.